Alright, so now we have implemented the details part, and which is looking also very good, right? The model and everything. So now what we need to do, right? We need to start working on the cart component and cart logic. So first we'll start with the backend part. So we need to create the models, we need to create the controllers, and we need to create the routes. Now from this part, right, because all the things will be related, so it will be easy to understand. So first we'll go to models and I'll create cart.js. So first thing, we need mongoose, so I'm going to install mongoose. So we'll do require mongoose, and I want to create const cart schema. This will be new mongoose.schema. So in cart, what we are having, right? So we'll be having a user ID, that which user is adding the cart, correct? Very important. So we'll have a user ID, and this will be in this format. So we'll have a type of this, which will be mongoose.schema.types, right? And here we are going to map it with object ID, which is our user ID. And now here you need to pass a ref, which will be our user, because we'll be picking from our user ref. And this required, we are going to keep it as true. So this is needed. Now next thing what we need, we also need the items, which will be our cart items. So here this will be array of objects, and here we need the product ID, and I'm going to show you that instead of passing the complete product, how we are going to map it using product ID. Again, this product ID will have a type, right, and which will be the same as the object ID. And here you need to pass the ref, which will be your product, correct? Because from product we are going to pick it. And also here we are going to do a required, which will be true. So this will have a product ID, and also it will have a quantity, right, that how many quantity we have added for that particular product. So which will be a type of number, and we have a required, which will be true. And also here we have a min property, will give minimum of 1. And everything is done. We are going to make a timestamp, will be true. So this will be our schema. So we need a user ID, which user is adding this product. Let's say this user is adding, currently logged in. Then we need the items will have a product ID and quantity. And once this is done, we'll do module.exports, we'll do mongoose.model, and here we're going to pass cart, and this will be our cart schema. Alright, so this is the first step. Now we need to start working on the main controller. So we have 4 controller, right? We have add to cart, then we have a fetching all the products from the cart, and that will be based on the user ID, then deleting item from a cart, and also we need to update the quantity of that cart. So let's go to our SOP, and inside SOP I'm going to create cart controller.js. Alright, so the first thing we need all the methods. We'll do add to cart. So we'll do async request response try catch. So this will be common, right? So I'm just quickly creating this. This will be log error, and here I'm going to pass res.status of 500.json. So we'll do success will be false and message will be error. And now let's copy this and paste it 4 times. So then we are having fetch cart or something. What you can do, we'll do fetch cart items, then we'll do update cart items, or update quantity. What we'll give, we'll do update cart item quantity. Okay, also we'll do delete cart item. So these 4 we needed, and then we are going to do module.export, and this will be add to cart, then we have update cart items, then we have a delete, and also we have a fetch cart items. So 4 things we needed. Okay, let's save it and let's start working on each and every method one by one. And here we need to learn a lot of things, right? And it's very important. What are the things that we are going to do? Now the first thing, we need to import two things. So first we need to import our cart model. So we'll do require. So we need to go to models, then we need to go to cart. Also we need the product. So do product require. So we'll go to model and then we'll go to cart, sorry, product. So these two things we needed. Now see, for add to cart we need to get the user ID, we need to get the product ID, and also you need the quantity, right? So first we will do const user ID, we need the product ID, and also you need the quantity, which will be request.body. Alright, now here we are going to check if this user ID or this not equal to product ID or this quantity, this less than equal to 0. So we are going to return that race.status. So here we'll do something like 400 error, and we'll do .json, and we'll do success will be false, and message will be invalid data provided. Okay, after this what we're going to do, we're going to find the product based on the product ID, because when we'll be adding we need the product, that which product I'm currently adding, and that product has to be available here. So now we'll do const product and we'll do await, and we need to do product dot find by ID, correct? So we'll do find by ID, and here we're going to pass the product ID, that this product I'm currently adding. If this product is not present, so we'll do if not equal to product, then we're going to again return. So return 404 false, and then we'll do product not found. Alright, and after this what we're going to do, we need to basically check that first we are going to find the user ID, right? And if this cart is not present, so see, first time whenever we'll be adding this product, right, so this there is no cart for that particular user ID, but next time when I'll be adding, this product can be already added, right? And we can increase the quantity, so that also you can do. So how we are going to do that? So first we'll find the cart, so we'll do cart, and this will be await, and we'll do cart dot find one, and here we are going to pass the user ID. Okay, and if there is no cart is already present, so we are going to create a cart, right? So the cart will be equal to new cart using our model, and here we are going to pass our user ID, noticed, and then we are going to pass the items. And remember we have items, right? See, this is the method items, which will be empty array, because first time we will have an empty array, and then we are going to pass that the item that we are adding. Means for example, I'm adding this woman t-shirt. If this item is adding for the first time, so index will be -1, so you need to add it. But next time when we'll be adding, this item is already added, so we need to increase the quantity, correct? So now what we'll do, same thing we are going to do. So we'll do const find current product index, and this will be our, how we're going to do it. So look at this card that we are having here, dot items, these items dot find index, and here we'll do item. So we'll do item dot product ID, so item can have a product ID dot toString, right? And this has to be the ID that product that I'm currently adding, so this product, so this is equal to be the product ID that I'm currently adding, this one. And now what we are going to check simply that if this is -1, or so first we need to check if this is -1, right? So to find current product index, if this is equal to -1, so we'll simply do cart dot items dot push. So we're going to push that product ID, so we'll push this product ID, and also we'll push the quantity. because we are pushing it for the first time. But if this item is already present, so you need to increase the quantity. So we'll do cart.items of this find current product index dot quantity. So this quantity will be what? We need to increase it with the quantity that we are having. That's it. And then once everything is done, so we'll do await cart dot save. So we're going to save it, and then we are going to return this. So we'll do res dot status of 200 dot json. So we'll do success will be true, and what we are going to return, will return the data, which will be our this will be our cart means these cart items. So again I'm going to repeat, like first we are going to get all the information from our request.body, and we'll check if anything is missing, so we don't provide valid data. And then we need to find the product. If product is not present in our DB, we'll do product not found, and then we are going to find the cart. If we are adding for the first time in the cart, so we're going to push that item, or else we are going to increase the quantity. That's it. Means if we're adding this product for the first time, so quantity will be 1. If I'm adding once again, it will be 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we're going to save it. And this is done. So now this will add the product, add the item into our cart. So now let's start working on the fetching. The reason why I'm doing this part one by one, because once we'll add, we'll be able to relate like what is the logic and what is the reason behind it. It will be easy to understand. So let's start working on the fetch cart items, update cart quantity, and also delete cart item in the next part. Alright, so let's start working on the fetch cart items, right? So here the first thing what we're going to do, first we'll get the user ID, that for which user ID we are fetching the cart items. So we'll do request.params and we'll get the user ID. Alright, and then here we'll check if this user ID is not present, so we'll return some error like user ID is required, something like that. So let's copy this and we'll return user ID is required, is mandatory. Okay, now once this is done, then we need to find the cart for that user. So we'll find the cart, so we'll do cart, which will be await, and then we have a cart dot find one. So by what we are going to find it, by this user ID, by that particular user ID. Alright, and then we need to populate. So now see here, this populate will comes into picture. So what we need to populate, right? We need to tell that for this one I'll give a path. So my path is item.product ID. Remember we have given this reference, right? That I need to get the product ID I need to get the product information based on the product ID. And now I'll tell that what are the things I need to select, means what are the things I need from this particular database, for that particular collection. So for that each and every product, right, I need the product image, I need the title, and also I need the, let's say, price, something like that. Okay, so this is done. And also you can render the sales price, correct? If you want, you can also get the sales price. So we'll do sale price. So these 4 things we needed. Now once this is done, if we are not able to find the cart, then also you need to return some error. So if the cart is not present, so I'll again return some 4s, not 4, and then I'll do that cart not found for this particular user. Now very important. I know I'm telling, it sounds funny. Now what you need to do, right, you need to find the valid cart items. Now I'll give you a very interesting thing that I'm sure most of the YouTubers not cover this thing. See, when you add this cart, let's say you added this product into cart, alright, now this item is present in your cart, but at the same time the admin that created this product deleted this cart item. So what will happen, this cart is now not present from the admin side in your database. So in this case, if you not consider that scenario, so this product is not available in your cart also. So we need to basically validate this part here also. So the best way to do this one, we'll create one valid items constant, and here I'll do cart dot items dot, we'll do filter, and we'll do cart item, and we'll do that if this cart item, not cart item, this will be the product item. If this product item dot product ID is present, then only this will be a valid cart items. Then we'll check if this valid items that we are having dot length, if this is less than the original cart items length, that means some of the items can be deleted. There is a possibility. So then we'll just replace these cart items with these valid items. Okay, and then we are going to save it with await cart dot save, and this is done. Now what we're going to do, we'll populate the cart items. So we'll do const populate cart items, and here what we are going to do, simply we'll do valid items that we are having dot map, this will be item, and here we are going to return the following things. So return the product ID, which will be item dot product ID dot ID. So this is the main ID, object ID for that particular collection. Then similarly we are going to return the image. So this will be item dot product ID dot image. Let's copy this. We'll do title, and then we'll do price, we'll do sales price, and also we'll do quantity. So we'll do title, then we are going to do here price, then we'll do sell price, and we'll do quantity, which will be item dot quantity. Okay, so now everything is done. Then simply return res dot status of 200 dot JSON. So we'll do so what we're going to do, right, we'll return a success will be true, and then we'll do return the data. So in the data what we're going to return, we'll return the cart, that cart we are having dot document, and then we're going to return the items, which will be our populate cart items, and this is done. So this is a long process that we have done, lot of things we need to check, but the main interesting thing is that we need to check the valid items, and based on that we are going to populate the cart items. Okay, so this is about the fetching the cart items. Now let's do the update cart items. Now for update cart items also most of the things will be almost same, so let me just do it from here only. So first we need to get the user ID, that which item I am actually updating for particular user, the product ID, that which product I'm updating, and the quantity. So we are going to do this check here also for this update quantity. Okay, and once this is done we are going to find the cart. So do cart, which will be await cart dot find one, and here we are going to find with user ID, right? Again, if the cart is not present we are going to return that, so we will do the same thing here. Copy this, and we are going to return this, that if the cart is not present then simply return cart not found. Then we need to get the item index, that which item we are doing. So find current product index. So do cart dot items dot find index. So we'll get item, so we'll do item dot product ID dot toString if this is equal to product ID that we are having. Okay, and here we can simply directly update this. Now again, if this item is not present, this is also very important, then also you need to return that this item is currently not present in the cart. So you need to basically check that also, that this item is not present. So we'll do a 404, and we'll do a JSON, which will be success will be false, and message will be cart item not present. All right, once this is done, after this we are going to update it. So do cart dot items of find current product index dot quantity. So this will be the quantity that we are receiving. So this quantity is this quantity here. All right, And after this again we are going to save this. So this will be items cart.save, and now again we are going to do await. So we'll do cart.populate, and we are going to populate the path, which will be our items dot product ID, right? And also we're going to select. So let's go here and let's copy the select part. So we need these 4 things, right? And after that again we need to do updated cart items. So this part that we have done here, this product populate cart items. So we need to again populate the cart items. So after this, right, we will do this one. So this will be our now cart.items.map, and this product ID will be if this item.product ID is present. So here one very important check we need to do is that if this item.product ID present, then only it will be this, or else this will be null. Same, it will be the same thing we need to do it for all others also. Okay, so we'll do if item.image is present, then only we'll do this, or else we'll do null. Same for item.title is present, or else this will be like we'll do product not found. Then we'll do for the price, and then we'll do for same for sales price, and for quantity it will be item.quantity. Okay, now once everything is done, then again we are going to return this. So let's go here and we'll return the exact same thing. So data will be we are going to return the document with success true, and items will be populate cart items. All right, so this is also done. So this will be our update. Now we need to do it for the delete, right? So let's start working on the delete. Now delete also will be almost same, but we need 2 things. So based on the user ID, so we need the user ID for which user we are deleting, and also we need the product ID, that which product we are deleting. So let's do that in the next part. Alright, so let's start working on the delete cart item. So for delete, right, we need 2 things. So first thing is that, as I already told you, that we need the user ID, and also we need the product ID, that which product I want to delete. And here we'll do request.params. So this is the first step. Now again we will use the same thing that we have used here, that if we don't have any user ID or product ID, so we're going to return some error. And here we no need this part, so we'll remove this. Alright, after this what we are going to do, we're going to find the cart. So do cart, so which will be await cart dot find one, and here we need to pass the user ID, right? And we'll do populate. So again the same thing, we are doing the same thing. So we will copy the path from here, that what are the things that we want to populate. So we'll populate this path, and also we'll select these properties. Okay, again if the cart is not present, so we're going to return error. That also I think we have done somewhere. So let's see. Okay, this one, copy this, and we'll return the error here. Now what we're going to do, we need to filter the item, that which product I want to delete. So we'll do cart.items. So this will be cart.items.filter, and here this will be item. So we'll have item.product ID that we are having, right? .id. So this ID will be getting from that individual product that I want to delete. .toString. This will be equal to sorry, not equal to, this will be not equal to, because we're filtering that product ID with the product ID that will be passing. Again, don't confuse with this product ID. This product ID is this one that will be passing, that okay, I want to delete this product. Okay, so now this will update, and then we are going to save it. So we'll do await, we'll do cart.save. So this will save this. Now once this is done, then we'll again populate this, the same thing that we have done here. So let's copy this part from here, and we don't need this one anymore. We only need the populate, because we want to populate this thing. And once this is done, what we're going to do is we want to return the items. So that part also exact thing we have done previously. So we want to return this thing, that will check the product ID and everything, and then we'll return that in our response. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. The only difference is that we are basically filtering that item, that which item we want to delete. Okay, and I think this is fine. So product ID and everything we are checking. And one more thing I think we have done mistake, we need to check the product ID, not individual image and everything. If the product ID present, then only we want to return, or else we'll return null. So here, right, we need to do this all product ID instead of checking all of this. So this is one thing that I thought it will be I missed it actually. And the same thing we need to do it for here also. So we are checking individual item.image and everything, right? So you need to check if the product ID is present, then only I want to return all of this. And I think with this, I think this is done. So now we will go to our routes shop, and then I'll create our cart routes.js. Now let's quickly create the routes. So again, we need the 4 routes here. So we'll do express, we'll do require express, and we'll do const. We need from our controller, so we'll go to our controllers, we'll go to shop, then cart controller. So we'll do add to cart, we'll do fetch cart items, we'll do delete a cart, and also we'll do update cart item quantity. Alright, after this we're going to create our router. So we'll do const router will be express dot router, and then we are going to create all the routes. So we'll do router dot post. So this one I'll keep as add, so this will be add to cart. Then we have router dot get, so we'll do get, and then we'll pass the user ID, because we need to get it by user ID, and we'll do fetch all cart items. Then we'll copy 2 more times. So one will be put. So for put, what we're going to do, right, we basically need to update the cart. So we'll do update cart, something like that, and this will be our update cart item quantity. And for delete, we need both the user ID, so we need the user ID, and also we need the product ID, that which product I want to delete. Alright, so this is done. Now we're going to do simply module.exports, and we're going to do router, and I think this is completed. Now let's go to our server.js, and we're going to import it. So we'll come here and then copy and paste it, and this will be our shop cart router, right? And we are going to import it here /cart routes. Then come here and then copy and paste it, and this will be shop/cart, and this will be shop cart router. And I think the backend part is completed. Now we need to go to our slices and start working on the shop part. So we have shop and then product slice. I'm going to create one more folder and give this a name as cart slice, and let's do index.js. Now let's close everything, and we're going to create our const shop cart. We'll do shopping cart slice. So this will be create slice. So name I'll give the same, shopping cart slice. Shopping cart, let's give shopping cart. Then I'll give you initial state. So here we'll do const initial state. So we need the cart items, which will be empty, and we need a is loading, which will be false. So these 2 things for now we needed. Now we're going to pass a reducer, which will be empty for now, empty object, and but we need the extra reducer because we need to create all the builder use cases or add cases, right? So here now we are going to create four async things, right? So first will be to add, then we have for delete, fetch, and then update. So let's start one by one. So first, alright, so let's create all the async things. So first we'll start with export const, we'll do add to cart, right? So this will be create async thunk, and here we are going to give this one name as cart / add to cart, and let's create our async function. Okay, so here we need what are the things that we need? We need the user ID, correct? We need the product ID, and also we need the quantity. So we need user ID, we need product ID, and also we need the quantity of that product that we are going to add. Now here simply we'll do const response. This will be avid axios dot post, and let's copy this URL from here, shop / cart. So it will be till this part / cart, and then what we need to pass, we need to pass the add. Let me check what is the route name that we have given. So we have add, right? So we'll do /add, and now we are going to pass this user ID, the product ID, and also the quantity. Okay, and once this is done, so we're going to return response.data. Save it. Now we'll create 4 like this, because we need for edit and delete and also to get. So we'll do fetch cart items, and this will be fetch cart items. Now for this one we need only the user ID, so we'll get the user ID, and that's it. And for this one we have get, and then we need to pass the user ID. So we'll do template literals, and this will be get / and then we are going to pass the user ID, and this will be get request, and we can remove this part, and this will be pretty straightforward. So shop cart get and then user ID. Then we are having the delete cart item, so do delete cart item. So for delete we need the user ID and the product ID, right? So here again, if you see, right, we have a user ID and the product ID. So this will be, let's convert this one to this, and then we are going to pass this user ID, and also we are going to pass the product ID. Okay, and we no need to pass this here, and this will be a delete method. And then we are having the update cart quantity, something like that, update cart quantity. Okay, so here for the update we are going to get the, again, user ID is required, product ID is required, and also the quantity is required, and this will be update cart. So copy this and we'll pass it here. So this will be put, and for this one we need to pass user ID, product ID, and quantity, and that's it. So now let's create our all the cases. So we'll do builder.add case, and this will be add to cart dot pending, and then here we are going to get our state. So here we will do state dot is loading will be true, and we are going to add one by one. So we'll do add to cart dot fulfilled. So state dot is loading will be false. See, I'm not explaining all of this because we have done multiple times the same thing again and again, and this will become very repetitive. So here we also get the action, and we need to do action dot payload dot data. Now why data? That also I'll show you once again. So if you go to the controllers, right, see, if you see right here what we are passing in every case, we are passing a data property. That is the reason. So data, and when this is rejected, so we'll do state dot is loading will be false, and state dot cart items will be empty array. Now if you notice, this same use case we need to do it for 3 more times. So first we are having the add to cart. Okay, for add to cart, one more thing we need to do, and that is, I think we are getting, no, I think this is fine, this will be fine. So what we are going to do, right, the same use case we need to do it for all the use cases. So we'll paste it here. So this will be our fetch all carts dot pending, fetch all carts dot fulfilled, and fetch all carts dot rejected. Similarly, these we need to do it for update. So here we'll do like update cart quantity dot pending, update cart quantity dot fulfilled, and update cart quantity dot rejected. And the same thing we'll do it for delete also. So we'll copy this and paste it here. So we'll do delete cart item dot pending, delete cart item dot fulfilled, delete cart item dot rejected. So we need these many use cases, and at the end we are going to do export default. So we'll do cart shopping cart slice dot reducer. Let's save it, and now we'll go to our store and we'll import it. So we'll do shop cart slice. Okay, so this we need to import it from /cart slice. Then you'll use here shop cart, which will be shop cart slice. Alright, so now let's save it and let's see. Okay, I think we are getting some error. Require is not defined. Okay, I got it. I think we need to, okay, see, we need to do it using import. So we'll do import from Redux Toolkit. Save it. Alright, so I think this is done. Now we need to go to this header component, because on click of this we are going to open the cart, right? So we'll go to our components. Let's go to components, shopping view, and then we are having header. And here if you see, I think we are having this user cart button, remember? So now what we are going to do, right, we need to basically wrap this component so that the seat component will open. So we are going to wrap this. Okay, so I'll show you how we are going to do that. So the first thing, let's take one seat component here, and then I'm going to wrap this inside this. This will be the first step. So let's do it step by step. Now after this, what we are going to do, simply we will create two different component. Okay, so the first one will be a cart component, and then there will be a cart content where we will be storing the reusable cart items. The reason is because we need that cart component in the checkout component also, so that we don't need to write two times. So I'll be creating a reusable component so that we can use the same logic from two places. I'll show you. So here what we're going to do, right, in the shopping view, I will create a, let's create a cart wrapper first. Okay, so this will be a cart wrapper component. Then we will be having a cart content, cart items content. Okay, now again it's up to you, you can give any different name you want. So let's quickly create this. So this will be our user cart wrapper. Okay, and let's return a div. So this will be user cart wrapper, and then we are having the user items, cart items, user cart items content. Okay, so this will be the content. Now what we are going to do, right, so instead of writing the logic here, we are going to import that cart user cart item wrapper here. So this is the first step. Now what we're going to do, we'll go here and then we'll take one state, and that is to display the cart model. So we'll do open cart seat, and we'll do set open cart seat, which will be use state of false. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now we'll take an open property here, which will be open cart seat, and on open change we are going to make this set open cart seat as false. And then on click of this button, we're going to take an on click and we'll make set open cart seat as true. So this is the first thing. Now if I click here, so you can see that we are already getting cart user cart wrapper. The reason is because we haven't used the seat content there, so we need to use the seat content here, right? So here what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to import seat content, and we're going to give a class name. So I'll give SM. For SM I'm going to give max WMD. Okay, and here I'm going to use a seat header, and I'll do your cart, something like that. Okay, now let's save it. And also I think no, we need to do it using inside title. So you need to import seat title. And now see, if I click here, right, see we're getting your cart and looking awesome. Okay, now we need to render all the cart items first, and the cart items we are going to render in this cart item content component. Okay, so here after these we will take one div, and we'll take a class name. We'll do margin top of 8 and space y of 4, and here we are going to render all the cart items. And below this we will be having one more div, and we're going to take a class name. So we'll do margin top of 8 space y4, and here we are going to render one div. We'll take class name, we'll do flex justify between, and we're going to render a span which is total amount. Let's give a class name, we'll do font bold, and also we're going to render the total amount. So let's give this one as $1000, something like that. Okay, so let's see how this is looking. So you see that we are getting this one, and after this we will be having one button which will be checkout, and here I'm going to use a class name of with full, and also margin top I'm going to give 5. Let's give 6. Okay, so now this is fine. So now what we're going to do, right, first we need to implement this add to cart, because we have done already completed everything. So first we need to implement the client side functionality. Then on click of this we need to call the API, and once this is successful we need to render those items in this set component. So let's do that part. Alright, so let's go to our product tile page. Now it might be thinking that so many pauses and everything. See, what I usually do, right, it's very difficult to record these long videos. So sometimes every like some 15 or 30 minutes I need to take a little break, and then again I'll start recording like that, because I'm doing in the real time, right? That is the reason. Also you'll notice that I'm facing some issues and everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do, basically we will go to this button where we are having add to cart. So I'm going to add a one click here, and then we will do handle add to cart. Okay, and then I'm going to pass the product.id, and this handle add to cart I'm going to receive from this, because it will give you error. So we need to get it from our parent component. So now shopping product title we are using in the product listing component, correct? Product shopping product title, I think here we are receiving product title. So here we are going to pass this handle add to cart, and then I'm going to create this here. So before use effect we'll use another function, and I'll do handle add to cart, and then we'll do get current product ID, and let's log it here, save it. Now I'll remove this log from here for now. Go to console, then click on add to cart. Okay, here some problem is like it's opening at the same time, right? This is thing like we need to, so what we need to do here, so we are doing it inside this, so we'll keep this part outside. So if this card footer, right, this part will keep it outside of this. Now it will work, because we are doing on click of this, right, opening now, but add to cart we'll only get these IDs and everything. Okay, this is fine. So now we'll go to listing, and in this handle add to cart we will just dispatch that add to cart, and here we need to pass three things, right? We need to pass the user ID, product ID, and also we need to pass the quantity. So copy all three, and then we'll pass this. So user ID, product ID, and user quantity. But how we are going to get the user ID? Now that you are thinking, see, user ID will be able to get very easily from where? From our state. So we'll do user, and then we'll do use selector, then we'll do state, and we'll do state dot auth. So here we have this user information that we already stored. So here we'll get the user ID. So this will be our user dot ID. The product ID will be this get current product ID, and quantity will be 1. Okay, so now first I will do dot, then I'll do data, and then I'm going to log this data and we'll see what is coming, right? So let's save it, refresh this page, and I'm going to click on add to cart. So you're getting fulfilled, and in the payload you are getting success and the data. And if you go to network tab, this is also successful. Awesome. Now what we'll do, simply once we'll get the data, right, we need to fetch the list of cart items. So what we'll do, we can do dispatch and we'll do fetch cart items, and you need to pass the user.id. We don't need this. Okay, data we need, sorry, we need to check this if the data dot payload dot success. If this is true, then only we want to do this. Okay, so now we should be getting the cart items. So what we can do, simply we will do like, let's log here just to checking purpose, right? Or else we can do one more thing, we can log this part in our cart also directly. So let's log here. So we have cart items, right? And this will be use selector state, and this will be state dot shop cart, or what is the name that you have given in the store. So you have this shop cart. So now let's log these cart items. We'll log the cart items here. Refresh this. Okay, we need to do it on page load, correct? But we can do it on adding. So let's add this also. So we should be getting 2, right? Add here. So if you see, right, we are getting 2 items, and we are getting this product here, but we are not getting, let me check the network, right? We are getting some error, like some error is happening here. Okay, I got it. That is the reason this is not happening. So we need to check what is the error that we are receiving here. It's telling cannot populate path item.product ID because it is not in your schema. Okay, but we have added in our model, right? Let's see. So product ID, oh my god, this is in items dot product ID, is it? But okay, let me just check it. What is the problem here? So everyone, after spending 5 minutes, the problem is actually here. We are doing item.product ID, it will be items. So let me just search it, right? I think we have done it I think in only one place. And let's search it for items. I think rest of the place it's correctly. Save it, and now we'll go and see, right? So let's go here, sorry, and then I'm going to, let's add it. One more item I'll add, right? This one I'll add. So now see what is happening. So in the network tab, now I think we are getting correct data, right? So data, we are having items and everything, image, price, sell price, and everything we are getting. Awesome job. Now I think it's working fine. So now what we need to do, simply, so see, this kind of mistake can happen, but you need to know how you are able to basically debug it. Okay, so now next thing what we need to do, we need to render the list of these cart items. So what we'll do, let's go to our user cart wrapper. So we have created some user cart wrapper, right? So let's go here, let's close everything else, it's getting confusing, so many files. So we'll go to the cart wrapper, and then we need to render it here, correct? So we'll receive the cart items as a prop. So we'll receive the cart items, and these cart items I'm going to pass from my the listing page, because we already have the cart items here. So we can go here in this where we are rendering this. No, I think we are doing it from here, right? In the listing page. We no need to do it in the listing page. That is the thing. So what we can do, let's cut it from here, and then we can go and remove this. We need to do it from the header because we're using that in header. So we'll go to our header component, okay, and then I'm going to use this here. So I'm going to pass it. So these cart items I'm going to pass in my this user cart wrapper. So it will receive the cart items and this I'll receive, and then let's go to our cart wrapper and let's basically pass it. So we'll do here, if this cart items and cart items dot length greater than 0, so we'll do cart items dot map item, and here I'm going to call that user cart, the user cart items content, or else this will be null. So now here I'm going to pass the cart item, which will be this item. Okay, let's save it. Now what is happening, if I click here, right, we're not getting anything. The reason is from our header component we need to dispatch that on page load. So we'll do use effect and then we'll take dispatch, and I'm going to just dispatch it. So we'll do dispatch fetch cart items, and here this will be user dot id. The moment I'll save it, and you'll see that you'll be getting, okay, still it is not coming. This is actually weird. Let's see what we are rendering in our cart items content. What we are rendering, okay, we are getting here, right, we should get something. Okay, let's go to, I got it. Okay, I got it, that why it's not coming. That also I understood, because we have cart items dot items. I'm pretty much sure. So now let's see what is coming. So we go to console, right, we have in our header component, let's give my name here for identifier, it will be easy. If you see, right, we are having the cart item dot items, this part. So you need to pass this dot items. So instead of this, we'll pass if these cart items and then cart items dot length, if this is greater than 0, then we'll pass the cart items dot items, or else this will be empty. Now I think this would work. So now let's see, if I open, right, so we're getting 3 data. Awesome. If I add one more and open here, we're getting 4 data. Awesome. Now this is working fine. So what we need to do, we need to start working creating the structure. So we'll keep this one very simple. So we'll go to our cart items content, and here we are receiving what? We'll be receiving the cart item. So we'll receive the cart item, and then I'll take a div. So we'll do a class name, we'll do flex item center space x of 4. Here I'm going to use the image. So source, I will use the cart item dot image. Alt, will use the cart item dot title, right, and for class name I'm going to use width of 20, height of 20, we'll do rounded, and object cover. So let's open, we're getting 4 data. Okay, now after this we'll take one more div. We'll keep this on class name as flex1. Here I'm going to render h3, and we'll do cart item dot title. Let's take a class name and we'll do font extra bold. Awesome. Now I'm going to take another div, and this will be class name, we'll do flex item center and margin top of 1. Here I'm going to take a button, and let's take a minus icon. So we'll have a minus icon, and here I'm going to take a span, which will be decrease, but I'm going to keep a class name here, which will be SR only. Okay, for this icon we'll take a class name which will be width of 4 and height of 4. That's it. And here we're going to take a variant which will be outline, and size we are going to pass as icon. Save it, and let's see how this is looking. Okay, we need to also, this will be SR only, and also we need to give a class name here. So this one will do height of 8, width of 8, and we'll do rounded full. Okay, awesome. Now what else we need? We need one more icon, right, to increase. So we'll copy this same thing and we'll paste it here, and this will be plus. Also we need to give some gap, right? Let's give some gap. Okay, so this is done. Now in between we can also add the quantity, so let's add it in between only. I think it will look nice. So we'll do span and we'll do cart item dot quantity. Okay, so what we'll do for this one, we'll add let's keep it like this, or what we'll do, I think this is fine. Let's give font semi bold. Okay, this is done. Now after this, what we need to do basically, so after this button, right, no, after this part, so here we'll add one more div. We'll take a class name, we'll do flex of column and items end, and after this we'll take a paragraph, and here we'll take a class name, we'll do font semi bold, and here we are going to do this cart item dot price into cart item dot quantity, right, and then we'll do dot sorry we need to do it here, so we'll keep it inside a bracket and do to fixed of 2. We're getting here, but here we have a trick, and that is we need to basically check here if there is a cart item dot sell price, if this is greater than 0, right? So in that case we need to take the cart item dot sell price, or else we need to take the cart item dot price, so it will automatically change, because we need to take from the cell if the item is in cell, correct? And after this we need to take a trash icon, and here I'm going to take a class name, so we'll do cursor pointer margin top of 1, and here I'm going to pass the size as 20. This is to delete, and I think it's done and it's looking very nice. Okay, now if you see, if I try to add one more, right, add here, let's go here, so you're getting 2. If you noticed here, one more thing we need to do, and that is we need this is also very important, we need to go to the listing page, and where we are adding the cart item, right, so we're adding handle add to cart. So here let's add some toast component also. So here I'm going to add a toast, and we'll do use toast, and let's go to handle add to cart, and here we're going to show a toast, and also product is added to cart. Okay, so let's add here. Okay, and also you can open this model also if you want. For that one we need to manage some kind of global state, but it's fine, you can also manage that also. Okay, so here we are getting 3. Now what we need to do, we need to basically update on click of this, and also you need to start working on the delete. So delete one will be straightforward. Like what you need to do, you need to go to the cart items content, and here you are having this trash icon, right? So here we need to take on click, and we'll do like handle cart item delete, and here we are going to pass the cart item. So now we'll create this method, so do function handle delete, so we'll do get item, get cart item, and here we're going to do dispatch, so we need to also take dispatch, which will be use dispatch. So we'll do dispatch. So what you need to dispatch, you need to dispatch the delete cart item, and here what else we need, let me just quickly check here. So you need the user ID and the product ID, so we'll copy this and we'll pass it here. So for user ID, again we'll take the user ID from our state, So the user, which will be use selector, state dot auth, and here we need to pass the user ID, which will be user dot id, and product ID will be your this get cart item dot product ID. Alright, and here you can just save it, and now let's open our console. I think this should work. Let's open network and let's try to delete. Okay, it's deleted, but what is the data that it's returning? It's returning 4 data only. So this part we need to check that why it's not getting deleted properly, right? So something went wrong there. So because it's returning the 4 data only. Okay, we need to go to our controllers and we need to check the delete once, what exactly we are doing here. So first we are getting all of this, find cart items dot filter. We are actually filtering here, okay? But if we are filtering, it should not happen this issue. Alright, everyone, see the issue, it's a very silly mistake. So the problem is why it's not working, right? Let me just remove this log. So in this cart routes, you see what we are doing on delete, we are calling the fetch cart items instead of calling delete. I'm pretty sure you already noticed this when I recorded, but I missed it. So this is one thing, and then when we are populating this on delete handler, right, in the delete cart item, we are using the model, we need to use this variable, so it will be cart.populate. So now I think this should work. Let's see. So now let's open this. Okay, now let's try to, I think let's refresh this. Let's add this product first and this one. Okay, and now open this. Let's go to network tab and let's try to delete this. Okay, now it's getting deleted, right? So we're getting only 3. If I delete this one, it's also getting deleted, and if I refresh this page, we should get updated data. We're getting 2, and if I add here, you can see this will be updated here. So this is now is 2. Now we need to update this logic. So this logic also will be very straightforward, right? So we need to call that update quantity that we have done. So here we have this minus and plus. So we can basically first do a on click on both. So we'll do on click. So here let's create a method. So we'll do something like handle update quantity, and we'll pass the current cart item, and also we'll pass here minus, like this is for minus, and then we'll do one for plus. So this will be for plus. Now let's create this. So we'll do function, and then this will be handle update quantity. So we'll get cart item, and we'll do type of action. So simply we'll dispatch, we'll do update cart quantity, and let's see what are the things that we need to pass here. So we need to pass 3 things, these 3 things. So here we'll pass user ID, which will be our user.id, product ID, which will be get current cart item dot product ID, and quantity, what we are going to do, right? So for quantity we'll do get cart item dot quantity. So here we need to basically do a check that if the type of action is equal to add, so what we'll do, we'll do +1, correct? So we'll do +1, or else we'll do get cart item dot, so this will be dot quantity -1. Okay, dot, then we'll do data. So if data dot, so if data dot payload dot success, if this is true, so what we'll do, we'll render some toast component here also. So let's do it after this. We'll do const toast. So we'll use toast, and we'll do a toast title that cart item is updated successfully. Okay, and the same thing we do it for here also. If I just copy this part and then paste it here, so we'll do cart item is deleted. So now let's save it and let's see what is happening. I refresh this page. So let's go here, let's try to increase. Okay, it's doing opposite, is it? Okay, one more thing we need to do, right? Just a minute, and that is we'll do disable here, because we need to disable this, right? If this cart item dot quantity, if this is equal to 1, then I'm going to disable this. You see, this is disabled, but this plus icon is not working. Why is that? I think we have done what we have added. We have using plus. This will be plus. Awesome. It's updated, correct? We do minus. Now we need to update this total, right? So total we need to do. Total is pretty simple. I think total we are managing in this that component, correct? In the wrapper component, I believe. So let's go to this component. Alright, so we are having total, I think, in this component, right here. Okay, so simply we'll take one const variable. So we'll do total amount. So let's do total cart amount, which will be cart amount, cart items, and then cart items dot length greater than 0, or else this will be 0. So we'll do cart items dot reduce, right? So here what we're going to do, we'll take the sum and the current item. So simply do sum plus. Now here one trick is that we need to basically check if this current item dot sale price, if this is greater than 0, so we'll take current item dot sale price, or else we'll take current item dot price. Okay, so this is one thing we need to check, is greater than 0 definitely. So we'll multiply this with current item dot quantity. Okay, now we'll go here and just replace this with this total cart amount. Now let's go here. Alright, something is happening here. Total cart amount is coming object. Why is that? I think we haven't passed the initial amount, initial value. Okay, that is the reason. Yeah, now let's decrease this. So let's add this one here, this add to cart. So I'll go here, so we're getting 362. I'll delete this one. Now we'll add this. See, it's updating, and also this is getting updated. Awesome. So I think we have done most of the things in this page. So cart is also working, details is also working. We also give add to cart from here, so this we will do, and also this filter is also working, right? So let's quickly do that part also. I forgot, or else I'll again forget to do that. In the from details, we need to also do the details part, right? Like add to cart. So that we need to do. Okay, so in this one I'll do on click, and we'll do handle add to cart. I think we are already doing somewhere, right? Well, let's copy it from the list. I think from listing page we are doing that, handle add to cart here. So we actually need this thing only. So we'll copy this and let's paste it here. So we need to pass the get current product ID, correct? And that will be getting from product details dot ID. Okay, now first we'll take the dispatch. We'll do const dispatch, which will be use dispatch, and then we'll import the add to cart, and also we'll import the fetch cart details, right? And also you need to import the user information. So we'll import user from use selector state. So we'll do state.auth. Okay, let's save it. Now let's see what we're getting. Let's add this product, the new 3 product will add. So we'll click on add. I think some error we are getting. Toast is not defined. Awesome. I know something will happen like that. Okay, so we'll do toast, which will be use toast. So now let's try to add. Product is added. If you want, you can also added to cart, and then we'll show those improvements. Let's do it in the later part. Like if I click right, I'll show some kind of like this is now added, some kind of badge or something, and we'll show the count like already added to cart, something like that. And here if you go here, right, so now we are getting 5, and let's open, let's add to cart once again. So we are getting 6. Awesome. So I think from this part is also done. So now what will be the next step, right? What are the things that we need to do? And you see this looking very kind of sophisticated, right? It's looking very good. The page is looking awesome. Now we need to start working on the home page. So first we'll start with the home page, and then we need to do a couple of improvements also. So that I'm going to show you that what are the things that we need to do. Once that is done, then we are going to start working on the checkout page UI. Okay. And before checkout page, we also need to work on the address page, because user needs to add their addresses. So those things we are going to do, but first let's implement the home page. Alright everyone, so let's start working on the home page. Now before starting the home page, right, one thing what I meant, what I checked is that, see, when I open this details model, right, and if I close it and let's go to a different route and then come back, you can see this is automatically opening. The reason is because when we will close this model, we need to reset this product details, right? So what we're going to do, right, so let's go to this product details component that we have created. So I think we are having this product details, correct? And here we are receiving this product details as input. Okay, so what we're going to do, right, we will create a reducer in our store. So we'll go to our product slice, and you can see that we have this product details which is null. So here I'll do set product details. Okay, so this will give me state and action, and here what we're going to do, we'll do state dot product details, and I'll make this one as null for now, and we no need to use this action for now. I think this is not required. We'll simply just do this one like this, and then I'll just export this. We'll do export const set product details, which will be your shopping product slice dot actions. That's it. Now what we will do, simply we will go to our listing page. So we have a listing page, and here you can see we are getting these product details, I believe. So here we are having these product details, right? So what we are going to do, first let's go to this place, and here you can see that we are having the set open details dialog. So what we need to do, simply here whenever we'll close this model, this on open change, right, so we need to basically use this set open, and also we need to dispatch that particular method so that it will make the product details as null. So let's do something like this. So here what we'll do, we'll just cut it from here like this. We'll do handle dialog close, something like that, and then we will just create a function which will be function handle dialog close, and we'll do set open will be false, and then we are going to import, I think dispatch we already have, and then we'll do just dispatch, and we'll do set open, what is the name that we have given, set product details. So we'll do set product details, and we'll just call it. That's it. Now let's save it and let's see what is happening. So if I open this one, right, it's opening, close it, and if I go back and come back here, you can see that it's not opening, right, automatically, and this is working fine. Awesome. So this is one thing I just want to complete. Now we will start with our home page. Okay, so let's go to our home page and start working on the home component. So for this one we already have, I think, home page here. Now let's close everything else. So here the first thing, we'll create the structure. So I'll remove this one from here and we'll do div, and we'll do a class name, we'll do flex column, and we'll do mean height screen. And inside this we're going to take one more div, we'll make this one as relative, we'll do width as full and height as, let's make this one 600 px, and we'll do overflow as hidden. Alright, and after this, right, what we're going to do will be rendering some images. So for that I just added some images in my source folder, asset folder, right? So those I'm going to use. So here let me just quickly import all of these. We'll do image, or we'll give banner 1 from, so this will be banner 1. Then I'm going to import 2 more, so one will be banner 2, and then we'll be having banner 3. Okay, now let's create a slide. So what we're going to do, look const slides, and just simply pass this banner 1, banner 2, and then banner 3. Sorry, we'll make this banner 2 and then banner 3. Now I'm going to just simply map this. So we'll do slide, then index, and here we're going to return an image. So source will be our slide, and then we're going to give a key which will be my index, and then also we're going to give a class name. So here we are going to do this one as absolute, top 0, left 0, width as full, height as, let's give this one as, height we need to do full because we already taken height as 600 px. Object will do cover, we'll do transition opacity, and duration will do 1000. Okay, let's save it. Okay, we are getting this, but I think this is fine, but we need to obviously fix or not fix, implement the functionality. Alright, now here what we are going to do, simply after this we will take a button, and here we are going to import some icon. I think we have left icon, this one. Okay, so we'll take a class name width 4 and height as 4, and here I'm going to take variant which will be outline, size I'm going to give this one as icon. Also need to take a class name, so we'll do class name, this will be absolute, we'll do top 1/2, we'll do left as 4, we'll do transform, and we'll do minus translate y of, so we'll do this one y of 1/2, and we'll do bg white divided by 80. Alright, let's save it. So you can see that we are getting this icon here, and also we'll copy this, paste it here. What will happen if I keep this on black? Let's see how this is looking. I think this is okay. Oh, I think we have in the same place, that's the reason. I think that's why it's not coming. Okay, because this icon color, no, let's keep this one as it is. Okay, so here we need, this one will be the right icon, and here we need to change the position, so this will be right 4. That's it, let's save it. So we're getting both right here and here, and I think this is done. So obviously we need to implement the functionality, but the UI is done. And after this, what we're going to do, we'll take a section, and here we'll take a class name, so we'll do py of 12, and we'll do bg gray 50, and here I'm going to take one more div, so we'll take a class name, this I'll give container, we'll do mx of auto and px of 4. inside this I'm going to take a h2, and this will be shop by category. So I'll give a class name, and here let's give text 3XL, font bold, text center, and margin bottom of 8. Okay, and after this we need to create some these categories and the banner section. So what we'll do, right, we'll use some categories. I think we already have that categories, the same we can use, but we need to add some icon also. So let's do one thing. We'll go to our config, and if you see here, right, we have these categories or something. I think we have categories map. This is also we can use, but I think we need to also have something like icon also we need. So what you can do, let's copy this from here, and then I'm going to paste it, and for everyone I need to give some icon. So I'll give icon. So let's give this one a start icon. Okay, then for this one we will do something, any icon that we can give. This will be, we have a baby icon. Then for accessories we will give the watch icon, and then we have a umbrella icon. Okay, oh sorry, we need to give icon here, that is the reason. So now we are going to basically map all of these categories. So we'll do categories with icon. Okay, so simply go here, shop by category that we have done, and after this I'm going to take one more div. Let's take a class name. We'll do grid. We'll do grid columns of 2. For MD I'm going to do grid columns of 3, and for large we are going to do grid columns of 6. Let's make gap of 4. And here I'm going to do categories with icon.map. This will be item, and here we are going to render a card. I think we have already installed from the SADCN, and here let's give a class name. So first thing I'm going to give this one as cursor pointer. For hover I'm going to give a shadow of large, and also do a transition of shadow. Now inside this we are going to take a card content. So let's take a class name. So we'll do flex column item center, justify center, and p of 6. Alright, after this what we are going to do, simply we will take this item that we are having dot, we have icon, right, and here we are going to pass the class name. So we will do this one as width of 12, height of 12, margin bottom of 4, and text primary. And after this we'll take one more span and we'll make the item dot level. Let's make this one category item. Okay, so in the span we'll give a class name and we'll do font bold. Let's save it and let's see how this is looking. Okay, you can see that it's coming like this, but the main thing is that we need to add, I think we don't have another any more, right? So what you can do, simply we only have 5 for now, so we'll make this one as 5. Yes, and you can see this is looking awesome, right? Okay, so this part is done. Same we need to do it for brand also, correct? So for brand what you can do, you can give some image also, and so after this part only, after this section only, we will add some brand. So we have some 5-6 brands, right? So that we can basically add. But before that we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to first implement the slider functionality. So what we are going to do, basically we'll take some state here. So we'll do const current slide set current slide, and this will be use state of 0, means the first index. And then what we are going to do simply, so we have a button, right? 2 button we are having. So we have this, this button that we are having. So here we need to take a on click. So what we are going to do, right? Simply we'll do set current slide. So we'll take the previous slide, and here we'll basically check previous slide. So here we need to basically do minus, right? So we'll do previous slide minus 1 plus slides dot length, right? And we need to keep it inside bracket. Then we'll basically divide our module by slides dot length. So this will be for the back we are having. And then what we need to do, simply we need to copy this and do it for the right also. So for right, what we need to do, we need to basically just plus it, +1. So it will be previous slide +1 module by this. And once this is done, then we need to change the image also here. So how we are going to change it? So we'll simply check here that index that we are having, if this index is equal to current slide in our state. So in that case I'm going to do opacity as 100, or else I'll do opacity as, let's make this one 0. So let's save it, and you can see now it will change. Now if you want to change automatically, what we need to do, simply we'll take a use effect, and we need to give a timer use effect. And what we need to do, simply 1 minute. So we will do const, we need to create a timer which will be set interval. And here simply let's say we will just increase this. So we'll do set current slide, which will be previous slide, and we'll do previous slide +1 module slides dot length. That's it. But here you also need to give a timing, right? So timing, let's say I want to change it in every 2 seconds, but you need to basically clear the interval every time. So here we'll do clear interval, and I'll pass the timer. So now let's save it, and let's wait for 2 seconds. You'll see that this will automatically changing, right? And this is looking awesome. And even if I click it, then also it will change. And if I go back, then also it will change. Okay, the problem is happening because we've given 2 seconds only. Let's give this on 5 seconds. So let's refresh this. And if you wait for some time, if you see wait for 5 seconds, see it's changing. See, it's working, right? Okay, now we will create one more for brand and also do the same thing here, and then also we are going to render some products here also. So let's first do the products part. So products, how we are going to do this one? See, we need to just dispatch some action. Let me just move this in top. We'll keep it outside here. Okay, and first we need to basically take a use effect, and here I'm going to take a dispatch. So do const dispatch, which will be use dispatch, and then I'm going to just call the fetch all products. So we'll do fetch all filtered products, correct? But here you need to pass the filter. It will take the filter params, and also it will take the sort params. But for now we don't need to do filter from this home page, right? So what we can pass, simply we'll pass filter params as empty, and also sort params will keep this as that price low to high. So we'll do price low to high. Okay, and now this will give us our product list. So this we can able to take it. So we'll take from our state. So we'll use selector state and we'll do what is the name. Let me just check. So shop products, so we'll do state dot shop products, and this will give me product list. And now let's log it here and let's see what we're receiving. So you can see that we are getting 5 data. Awesome, right? So now what we can do is simply map it, and then we'll just render it, the feature products or something. Okay, so we will take one more section here, and here what we're going to do, we'll give this on a class name, it's py of 12, and here I'm going to take one more. So let's take the same thing that we have taken here, this part. And this will be, let's say, feature products, products, right? And so after this h2 we'll take one div, we'll give a class name, we'll do greet columns of 1, for sm we'll do greet columns of 2, for md we'll do greet columns of 3, and for large I'm going to do greet columns of 4, and we'll do a gap of 6. And here we'll simply map this product list and then product list dot length if greater than 0, or else we'll do null. And here we are going to do product list dot map, so this will be our product item, and what we need to return, we need to return the shopping listing or something, right? Let me check once. Shopping product tile, this part we need to check, shopping product tile. And here if you noticed, we are doing the handle product details and handle add to cart also you need to do, but if you want you can also basically hide this button. But first let's do this. So we'll do shopping product tile and we'll pass the product, which will be our product item. Let's save it and let's see what is happening. See, we are getting the feature products, and if you want you can only show 4 items here, that is also fine, right? Alright, but we need to basically on click of this we need to handle it, because now this will not work, and also this add to cart button will also not work. What we can do, simply we can add a view details or something like that, and on click of this it will go to the listing page. But this is okay, but this is looking nice. But before that, what I want to do, I want to also implement the brand feature also here. Okay, and before after this also there are quite a few things we need to do that I'm going to show you. So here the first thing, one more thing I will do, right? So let's go to our config. So where is config? Here, and here I'm going to copy this part from here, and then let's paste it here. So for everyone I'm going to use some icon also here. Now obviously we don't have proper icon, but that is okay. If you want you can, again I'm mentioning, you can also change it with some image, so you can download it from Google, from their website. I haven't done because these things will take so much time. So here I'm going to get some brand icon, right, whatever. So let's say I'll take this and paste it here. Oh sorry, I need to copy this. I think it is deprecated, so let's copy this one. This is also deprecated, is it? Alright, then I think we need to use some different. Let me just check it. I'll remove this brand and we'll just copy some random icon here and there. Okay, search for cloth. Okay, we got one. Copy this and paste it here. Then what else? We'll copy this I don't know, washing machine and everything, but yeah, let's use this one, whatever we are having. Let's search for woman. Let's see if we don't have anything. Kids, I don't think we have anything. Okay, then search for product, copy this one, and what else, let's use this one. Let's see what else we can use. Let's use this one. And then we have one more. We'll use, let's say, this one, anything. Okay, so this is done. Okay, we need to give this one as const brands with icon, and we need to do it like this, and we need to remove this comma here. Okay, now what we need to do, right, simply we can copy the same thing and we can paste it here. The only difference is that we have 6, I think, right? We have 6 brands. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So in that case here we are going to do shop by brand, and we'll give this one as 6, and we'll give this one as brands with icon, and we'll do brand item. Okay, and this will be brand, and I think this will be done. So let's see. So we're getting shop by category, shop by brand, looking awesome, and then the feature products, and I think this will be more than enough for our shopping our home page. Okay, but now the main interesting thing that we need to do, on click of this we need to go to the listing page, and similarly on click of this we need to go to this listing page. But the only difference is that, see, when I will go to this listing page here, right, if I click on men, I need to show here something like category men on here. So that is one thing we need to do. So how we are going to do that, right? So 2 ways we can do it. Either whenever we will click it, first we are going to basically, see, I'll show you what we are going to do it. I'm going to show you simplest way, that whenever we'll click on this item, I'm going to do something like this. If I click on men, right, I'll do here that it will go to category. So look, category equal to men. This is coming something like this, right? So if I check here, right, let's say I'll copy this, and let's say if I click here, now it's going to the listing, and if I click here, you see we are getting category men. So this is what exactly we are going to do. So if I copy this, I'll show you, and let's say if I go here, and what we are going to do, right, so we have this ID and label, and we have this men, women, kids, and those things we are having. So what we are going to do, simply go here, we have this card, right, we'll take on click, so I'll show you, and then we'll do handle navigate to listing page, and we'll pass this category item, copy this. Alright, so now let's create this method. So we have handle navigate to category page. Also we'll do one more thing, right? So here we'll pass the section. So this will be for category. So 2 things we'll receive. So now I'm going to create this. So the function handle, so this will get the current item and also the section. Okay, so first thing what we'll do, right, first we'll clear our session storage, whatever things that we are having. Okay, and then or we'll do session storage dot remove item, and we need to pass the key which will be our filters. I think filters only we have given here, right, filters. Okay, now we'll create our filter. So we'll do const current filter, which will be what, this will be the section that we are having, and this will be equal to the get current item. right? So if this is category, it will be category equal to men, something like that. Then we're going to do session storage dot set item, and then we'll do filters, and we'll do JSON dot stringify, and we'll pass the current filter. Now we'll just take a navigate, and this will be use navigate, and we'll just go to the listing page, and we no need to do anything because it will be already taken care. So we'll now do shop, so /shop/listing, save it. Let's see what is happening. Refresh this page, click here. Okay, we're getting object. This part we need to check. Sorry, I got it. We need to do this on .id because we need to only pass the ID. So now let's go here. So now let's click here. See, category men. If I go here, again we'll be getting category woman, right? And if I click on this accessories, category accessories, same thing we need to do it for brand. So for brand, what we'll do, again we'll call the same function. So we'll call this, and then we'll go to brand and just paste it here, and this will be our brand, and this will be brand item, and you don't have to do anything else, it will automatically work. Now see, if I click on Nike, see, brand Nike, and even if you click here, it will work. Refresh this page, this will work. If you go back and then let's say click on kids, now you're getting kids, so you don't have anything, that is fine. But if I go to this Adidas, we are getting Adidas. Click here, it's working fine. Awesome. Now I think this part is also completed. Now what we need to do, the same thing we need to do it for on click of these menu items. So these also we can do using our, need to go to our headers component, correct? So we have our header, and then here I think now I need to check so many code, like where we are using that menu items here. Okay, now we are having this link, right? So here we, whatever menu items that we have created, we no need to now use this logic. The path is not required basically. Okay, so here we can basically give that it will go to the shopping home page, and this will go to the something. I think this is required. Let's do it like this. So we'll keep this one inside this, right? We'll do this one as, for example, what we'll do, we'll keep this one as label or something, and then we'll remove the 2, save it. Let's see how this is looking. This will look like this, whatever, and then we're going to do cursor as pointer, and then we'll take a on click. Okay, and then here what we're going to do, we're going to pass the same thing. So we'll do handle navigate to listing page, or we'll do function handle navigate only. So we'll do get current menu item. So again, the first thing, whenever we'll click something, right, we'll clear the session storage, sorry, not session storage, we'll remove these filters, and then we'll create the current filter. So we'll do current filter. So here we are going to check if this is equal to home, because in the home page we don't have to do anything. If this ID is equal to home, then this will be nothing. Or let's do like this, if this is not home, in that case what we will do simply, so this will be our category, right? So we'll do category, which will be our get current menu item dot id. Okay, or else this will be null. So this is done. Now once this is done, we need to just do it session storage dot set item. So we'll do filters, and we'll do JSON dot stringify this current filter, and then we are going to again do the navigate. So we'll do const navigate equal to use navigate, and then we'll just do navigate to get current menu item dot path. So this is the path we need to go, right? Listing dot path. Sorry, what is the problem? Oh, okay, we need to pass the handle navigate, and we need to pass the menu item. So now let's go here and let's click on men. See, it's going there. Click on woman, it's going to category woman. Click on kids, click here, footwear, go to accessories, we are getting all of these. Awesome. Refresh this page, it will work. Even if you remove this, then also it will work. Awesome job. Now you can see how awesome this is looking. If you click here, it is going to brand Puma, and then if I click on, let's say, Adidas, we're getting one item. So this part is done. Now what we can do, right? See here in this part, instead of doing add to cart, we can do view details, and on click of this we'll navigate the user to the listing page, and we'll keep this one simple. Or else we can do something like we can add this from this add to cart also. But let me check that what are the functionality that we have used for this, so that if it is easy then we can implement it. So let's go to the listing page, and first we'll see that what are the things that we are passing in this component. So we're passing handle get product details, handle add to cart. So we'll say what is handle add product details. So this we can do. So let's copy this and we'll go to the home page and we'll just paste it here. Okay, and we'll import the fetch product details, and this we need to pass it in our product component. So if I go here, right, so let's say if I just pass this handle get product details, save it. Now what we need to pass, what else we need to pass here? Let's see, we need to pass handle add to cart. But let's see if I click here, if this is working or not. It should work. Okay, something is going wrong, I think. Okay, handle get product details. So it should receive this one, right? Or what else we are not receiving this part, I think. So let's see what we're getting in this get current product card. Okay, we are getting the ID, but it's not calling the API. Okay, but from where we are calling this API, that part we need to check, but it should call, right? Okay, we'll see this, but now we also need to do handle add to cart. Let's see what we are doing in this one. So we are just dispatching all of this user ID and doing this get current. Okay, let me just do this one then. We'll copy this and go to our home page. We'll paste it here. So we'll import handle add to cart, and for user we need to get it from our store, right? So we'll do const user, and this will be state.auth. So we'll get add to cart user get current product ID will be this one, quantity 1, and then we need to also import the toast. So we'll do toast, which will be use toast. So we'll get the toast and everything, and then if this is successful, fetch cart items. Now let's pass this handle add to cart and let's see what is happening. So we have handle add to cart, which will be handle add to cart. Save it. Now if I open this one, we have, let me just delete some of the product. Okay, these two. So now I'll add, let's say this one, product is added to cart. So you are able to add it, see, from here also, right? But the details is not working. This part we need to check. Okay, let me check why it is not working here. I think the reason is because, right, I know the reason why it is not working. Because we are not using this details dialog. These we need to use, right? So we'll copy this and then we'll go below, because we need to pass the product details dialog here, and then we need to use this open dialog, and product details also we need to receive. So if I go right and then receive the product details here, so where is product details? So here, so your product details from our selector. So I think that we are already using here. So you're having product list and then comma product details, and now we'll create this open dialog and set open dialog. So this part, right? And then we are also doing like, if this product details is not null, then only you'll open this one. So this also we need, we'll copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now this should work. Okay, some problem is there. Let's see what is the issue. Something is not defined or something. Product details dialog. Okay, so this we need to import. So because we need to import it and then we need to use it here. So now this would work. Let's see. See, it's already coming. Click here. Refresh this. Something is, oh, okay, I got it. So many silly mistakes. We need to dispatch it. I think we have commented out that part right here. So we need to now remove this. This would work. Let's see. Awesome. See, and also we'll be able to add to cart from here also. See how we have done. Everything is connected. That's it. So now what we need to do, simply we have so many things to do. First we'll start working on the accounts page. We need to add the addresses and the orders. First we'll create the UI, and then we'll be creating the address API, for address API, add address, edit, delete, those things, and then after that we'll start working on the checkout page.